now she's talking to her sister, and Jenna Ortega is like over. She's like, you know what? I thought about it for a few hours, and I'm actually, you know what? I'm no longer in that place anymore. I've really come to terms with what you said to me earlier. So now I'm gonna have a civil conversation with you. And then our main character, Sam Carpenter, is she's like, I ran to protect you. That's why I ran to protect you. And that shit doesn't work ever. It's never worked in real life. I don't understand why it's being used in this movie. It doesn't work when a father says this to his son. It doesn't work when a mother says this to her daughter. It doesn't work when a boyfriend is telling it to his complicated ex. It doesn't work ever. It doesn't work when he's like, oh, the reason I broke up because I love you too hard. I just love you so much. Okay, it's stupid. It's dumb.
Haven't we seen Twilight, New Moon? Look what happened when Edward did it because it was better for Bella. That shit never works out. It's always the worst case scenario.
I mean, that's a point, sure. You're missing the point of me saying that's not that like the whole entire. I'm saying that Jenna Ortega shouldn't just take that and be like, you know what? I get it. You ran to protect me. That's fucking asinine and stupid. And why is that the excuse we always see in these things?
That's my point. Haven't you? She loves the meditation. Look at the meditation on breakups. Look what happened to Bella when Edward left because we would be better. It's never better. She shouldn't be forgiving her. Is my point. I'm backing you up, man.
Actually, if you think about it too, this movie.
I did think about it.
Maybe we're looking at this whole Billy Loomis thing the wrong way. Maybe Billy Loomis is those same apparitions that were Edward Cullen telling us, hey, Sam, don't ride this motorcycle any faster than you're doing it. It's dangerous.
You're right.
Hey, Sam, don't. I actually can't remember. I know she's on a motorcycle. What else did he tell her not to do in that movie? He's like, don't cliff jump.
Don't cliff jump.
Dude, let me have fun. What the fuck, Edward?
Don't go down this back alley with this motorcycle gang who might rape you. Don't do that. There's a lot of serious warnings going on.
Yeah, I don't recall Edward Cullen actually saying that one.
No, he didn't say that.
I don't think he's like, hey, Bella.
Do you know the sick, vile thoughts those guys were thinking?
That's what they implied heavily.
So there's a lot of scenarios where Bella's just throwing herself into some
the fact that now it actually makes sense to why Edward's walking around that. Like when everyone gives Robert Pattinson a lot of slack for the way his face when he sees. Oh, shit. Like, think about it for a second though. Think about the things, those vile thoughts he's hearing. He's in a high school. He's 120 years old. You think he still has that young, spry? He looks like a high school student. You think he's got that high school student mentality?
Yeah, he looks like a tired high school student.
You think he's tired of listening to these goddamn impure thoughts all the time?
That's true. That really weighs down the soul after a while.
That's why Billy Loomis looks so shitty in this movie, because he has to hear those goddamn impure thoughts. He's ascended.
I fucking hate the fact that Billy Loomis is. First of all, the third movie makes Billy Loomis so irrelevant to the equation by really being Roman Bridges the entire time.
True, he's the pawn and Roman Bridges director.
But now all of a sudden he's back and he's the ghost of, again,
Christmas
somehow
present.
His daughter.
Christmas past? Christmas future.
Yeah, I think
Christmas
it's all
future.
three, actually.
Yeah.
It's also
that would have been the most imagine if we saw Billy Loomis the first time and it was like a flashback. Was that Billy Loomis? Because it was like the whole candle thing. Mm-hmm. And the second time we saw him, like, is that Billy? He's got a beard and that big green cloak. And the third time we see him, it's like, whoa, the Grim Reaper's here? And then he takes off the mask and it's like, oh my God, it's Billy. So instead of doing the whole, hello, Sydney. Instead of doing the whole finger pointing thing, it's just you see his hand come out and she's like, wait a minute, you're not the Grim Reaper. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm your father, Billy Loomis. And she's like, oh my God, the fans must be going crazy. If this were a movie, the fans would love that. I'm surprised that movie didn't do that one of those moments. You know, when every TV show, like when 2.5 Men was like, you have to be crazy to do something like that. Talking about Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Or when what's that Tim Allen TV show called? That's not Home Improvement.
Last Man Standing.
Yeah. Home Improvement Part 2, Last Man Standing, when they got rid of the really hot girl.
Yeah. And
they're like, here's another very attractive woman, and we're gonna introduce you to her by saying, hey, you look different. Huh? Funny. Same character, different actress. What if we say, hey, you look different? And then she's like, yeah, I dyed my hair. So then the audience can be like, oh, that's the reason why.
But you're also like 5 fucking feet taller than the last
Totally
chick.
different in every single conceivable way. Nothing even remotely similar. And then the people at home like, no, she just dyed her hair.
Maybe if I go blonde, I too will look taller.
Yeah, oh my God, that's what I just gotta dye my hair. That is the audience of Last Man Standing, after all.
True.
It's the ones who, it's you know, the multiplicity of clone of a clone. Mm-hmm. It's the clone of it's the Home Improvement clones. Mm. You already watered down if you're like, oh, I fucking love Home Improvement.
Dude,
Now imagine being someone who's like, oh my god, I love Home Improvement so much. I'm gonna go watch Tim Allen's Return to Television. Not a good existence.
Wait, how'd you refer to those people?
Watered down.
And there's even more watered down people who are like, I love Last Man Standing. And those people are called fucking psychopaths.
And there's even bigger losers who are big fans of both shows, and they like have loser friends who debate the shows and like, oh, which one's better? Which one's better? But the biggest losers by far, even though both of them are not good, the loser just of the loser has to be the one who's like, dude, Last Man Standing is definitely better. That one by far has to be the bigger loser.
Last Man Standing is definitely better. I found Home Improvement rather elementary.
That was almost as lame as when Sam, after giving her riveting speech about being all how she's like, no, I ran away to protect you.
From what?
I don't know. From her
was Ghostface trying to kill you guys back then?
I don't know. But then she said something, and then Jenna Ortega's like garble, 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 and then Sam's garble, garble, garble. Jenna's garble, 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 and then Sam's like, "Are you high?" And then Jenna's like, "I'm so high right now. I'm not even gonna lie."
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad she's not lying. Also, in no way, that's something I hate too. Okay, first off, shut up. Are you high right now? It's stupid dialogue. It's dumb. It's dumb as shit. It's fucking stupid. It's not. It's stupid. It's dumb. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Are you high?
I'm actually so high right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Me too, man. I'm not gonna lie either.
Yeah, first off, why would you be lying? Second of all, time and time to say not gonna lie.
Know, can we get that out of our daily
the lexicon? Yeah, get it out of the way. It's fucking annoying. I do agree. But more importantly, nothing she was doing at all exhibited any sort of a way for the reaction from Sam to be like, "Are you high right now?"
Well, she was talking to her.
True. And who the fuck would ever want to talk to Sam Carpenter?
So she has to be high.
All right.
Because that's the only way I'd even give Sam any time.
That's fair. I didn't look at that way. I was assuming under false pretenses that Jenna Ortega would want to talk to Sam.
No.
And then that's silly because who the fuck would want to do that?
That's exactly.
Yeah.
And Sam's really smart. They had to establish that because she's the main character. So that was
true.
How they were showing that.
Sam's that like.
She's a sleuth.
Sam's that really cool. You know, she's that very run of the mill. She's your average, just typical girl who's good at everything. And just really like well put together and in control of her emotions and like super talented and driven and like very well spoken and intelligent and has like a very like almost it has that like Disney princess-esque quality, but it's much more. It's not that whole artificial patriarchal manicured way about it. It's much more of that from that female lens where it's like that whole entire. No, she's strong and there's the beauty, but the beauty is really accentuated by the strength behind the beauty. It's one of those like really all super relatable. But like your typical plain Jane, but just absolutely, just totally like super unique and really individual.
No, I think she sucked actually. Okay. I think we watched two different movies.
Yeah, but no, I don't know, man. I'm pretty positive what they were going for was definitely that first thing I said.
Maybe that's what they were going for.
She's Billy's fucking daughter after all, so suck a dick, right? It's Billy's daughter. We were gonna love her anyway. It's a legacy character.
That's true. It's Billy's
Everyone
daughter.
knows that. You can just. And
he was the hero
Halloween
of the movie.
2 tried doing it. They're like, hey, remember that one kid we mentioned in the first movie? And then everyone's like,
no.
Yeah? The one, the trick-or-treating kid? Like, yeah. And you're like, okay, what about him? Like, it's Anthony Michael Hall now.
Oh, shit, really? That's sick.
Apparently it works on you, so I guess it works in this movie. They're like, hey, it's a random girl, Sam? And you're like, yeah, what about her? Like, she's Billy's daughter. It's like,
shit,
when?
Really?
Billy was sexually repressed teenager.
Yeah, dude, are they like 17 in that movie?
Who'd he fuck?
And they dated for 3 years.
Exactly, who'd he fuck? When?
And like you said, if he was...
Why would it have been Stu's kids? Because what they very clearly established that Stu fucked Cassie. Casey.
Yeah, Casey?
It's Casey Becker.
Yeah, Casey Becker. Good call.
Also, man, dude, honestly, I don't want to mention this, though. Matthew Lillard punching him above his weight to the max, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Not only the fact that he even fucking, you're Matthew Lillard, you get Drew Barrymore, you're thinking, like, I got to make sure I can never lose this. And then he's such a gambling man. He's like, you know what? I'm going to hedge, I'm going to put all my money on black, and I'm just going to fucking roll, I'm just going to see what happens here. And he gets Tatum. And then, unfortunately, because of Roman Bridges' director, he fumbles the bag there, and doesn't immediately... Dude, Roman Bridges' director comes up to me and says, hey, we gotta get rid of all of them. They're all gonna be killed. I'm like, what if my super hot, sexy girlfriend doesn't get killed? How about that? And then he would have been like, well, how hot is she? And then I show him a photo on my wall because it's 1996.
Nice. That was tight.
And he's like, wow. You know what? This whole... we're gonna go back to Spirit Halloween. We're gonna buy a third costume. This is interesting. I'm keeping this photo as well. She's really... What's her name? Tatum? More like Tate Yum. That would have been a better movie, okay? My point is, don't kill Tatum. All right, kill Sam instead.
Dude, what should have happened is at the end of the Scream 1, Roman comes back to them. He's like, guys, so you kill one? And he's like, wait, Tatum's still alive? We're supposed to kill our girlfriends, guys. And he's
Do you see how hot she is?
She got tickets to Pearl Jam this summer, so we're going to wait a little bit before we take care of that.
He's like, yeah, okay, listen. He's like, do you know, okay, listen, her parents are going away, man. We're going to be in her master bedroom. They have a mirror on the ceiling, man. We're going to watch her like, dude. Anyway, that's a very good point. I understand. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I should have a mirror above the bed. That's a whole other thing, all right?
This shit's a game changer.
Fucking remember that scene in Awkward where Maddie was like, yo, there's a mirror above your bed? And she's like, oh, it's my mom. Like, yeah, your mom wants you to get dick down. It's a universal sign for absolutely loving sex is having a mirror on the ceiling. Unless... It's also a death trap, though. We learned that from horror movies, too.
Yeah, true. Chucky 5?
Chucky... No,
4? Seed of? 4. It's 4.
It is 4, but that's Bride.
It's Bride. It's Bride of Chucky. That's what I meant.
And I think something else, some other shitty movie did it very, very poorly with the ceiling and the person breaks and it's like a 3D effect. Who gives a shit? We're going to Scream here. Oh, okay.
Do we have to, though? I think we've talked enough.
We haven't.
Scream 5 sucks. I think we can just call it a night.
Scream 5 does suck, but you know what they always say? They always say, kick a man while he's down.
True.
They always say, beat a horse to death. Exactly.
It's me spitting on Scream 5.
Yeah. That's hot.
Yeah.
Quote,
nice
quote, I appreciate it. And I'm really sorry about Dewey. But I'm taking my sister away from all of this. Followed by, what do you want from me, lady?
I know, dude. Sam's such a
fucking
bitch.
And we get the next, that's all you got, lady. 2 wrong feet and ugly fucking shoes.
Yeah, they all watched Aaron Brockovich before this.
The max, dude. So then Gail's like, yo, what did that girl just say to me? What do I want from her?
Yo,
and
Gail
you know what Gail hits her back with? Gail's like, watch your tone, new girl. It always goes to the original.
Yeah, honestly, shut the fuck up.
And then Sam's like, I don't want your help, lady. Jesus Christ, the dialogue's the fucking worst.
I get that we have
With the worst acting. It's fucking abysmal.
I get that we have to be all referential because we're in a movie, but like, people do not speak this way.
No one does that.
Let's not always be like we're in a movie.
You know how conversations end in situations of heightened tension? You want to know how? They only play out one way. It's the scene in The Master where it's just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you over and over again. Okay? True. All right? The only way that scene works is if at some point or another, okay, they're rolling around on the floor beating the shit out of each other, okay? That woman died. Okay, I'm sorry, no. I mean, Gail's probably thrilled about it, but for argument's sake, since she's a saint, she's going to feign being upset that Dewey's dead, even though she's probably dripping wet with excitement about it. She's like, that fucking loser's gone. My point is, okay?
Sydney's next.
Them doing that whole entire, like, fuck you, bitch, this is new school Scream, and her doing, fuck you, bitch, this is still old school Scream. I'm selling tickets, not you, motherfucker. Instead of all that shit, leave it at the door.
Yeah,
focus on the whole good movie thing. You know what the first movie didn't do? It wasn't referencing itself.
Well,
referencing other movies.
It was the first movie. It couldn't have.
No, I think this one's called Scream. I think this was the first one.
Oh shit, you're right. Well, this is the requel.
Yeah, this is the requel. So now this is the new first one.
So they have to make.
Everyone still calls Phantom Menace Episode 1.
That's true.
So this is now Scream 1.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's like the stupid scene in Scream 4. They're like, actually, Stab 5 takes place in Stab 7, and Stab 8 is actually a sequel to Stab 2, and Stab 2 is actually part of Stab 9. It's like, okay, guys, great universe you've created here.
It'd be nice, though, if Scream mirrored Stab a little bit more, because it would be pretty amazing if we had more. Well, Stab 5 has time travel, so Scream 5 has ghosts that have no business being in the fucking stories.
What a logical, what a straw man effect. What do you mean? There's why are there ghosts now?
Yeah, because you know what the last 4 didn't fucking have? Any goddamn ghosts.
Why
okay?
would... And also, when would that happen? That doesn't even make sense. That's not even a commentary on any social... Like, look how Hollywood sucks drawing out those terrible things nowadays and everything else. It's like, when do they ever take paranormal remakes and turn them into slashers? Or take... Like, they didn't fucking take the My Bloody Valentine and say, I don't know, what if Jensen Ackles is the devil's son? No, it's a slasher movie. So why is Scream random like, oh, don't you hate when slashers are randomly become the haunting of Connecticut?
All the time. It fucking sucks.
This never once happened.
Well, it's new school. They have to blur. They have to merge genres and
you know
really
what's
just
dumb?
turn it on its feet.
You know what's dumb? Sydney having kids. Why does Sydney have kids?
Yeah, now.
Now?
Wouldn't that have been like
With
something
Dempsey?
wouldn't that happen like in the 4th movie?
No, it's so ridiculous how in the 4th movie no one has kids, but in the 5th movie everyone has kids.
But this movie's also trying to act like the 4th movie didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know if this movie knows about the 4th movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Because this movie was just like, they thought the 4th one was the Judy Hicks story, but not enough to respect it and add her as an actual character.
Yeah, almost like they did the whole guy directed the last 4 movies kind of deal.
Yeah, where they're like, what if we kill him?
We don't need it. Fuck it. It's our Scream now. That's why it's just called Scream. The next one's going to be called Scream 6.
At the very least, they save the day at the very end where they're like, all right, the first movie, what makes it great? The last 40 minutes, one location in a house.
True.
Second movie, we fucked up a little bit. There's a very simple formula. Okay?
I can't remember where... Oh, no.
We ruined it a little bit. Instead of being in like a nice centralized claustrophobic house that's just like, really stylized and just feels like we're in a whole setting, we'll have to be on a broad, open campus at nighttime where everything's simple, and then we're in a random theater that's very, again, an amphitheater, and it's just very spacious, and it's stupid and doesn't make sense.
And we're going to have like this real Frankenstein bit where Sydney's like going
Exactly.
crazy on the set. It's
Yeah, and we'll start having electricity
As
go
like,
around, people's faces getting burned off. Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be great.
And then the third one, they're like, all right, we'll go back to the whole house thing.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one's like, all right, we'll go back to the whole house thing.
Yeah.
And thankfully, the fifth one did it as well. We'll go back to the whole house for the third act thing. And the thing that the fifth one really excelled at, though, is how naturally they were able to bring the story back there. Because they were really, you heard it earlier. Sam said with the utmost confidence and such good delivery, I thought I was actually in the movie.
That's true.
Okay, she said, I don't want your help, cunt. Right?
Yep.
And she's like, fucking whore.
Yeah,
and then Corny Cox said, fuck you, bitch. And then she walks away. And as they're leaving, it's like I said, they made it very clear, abundantly clear, she will not be the final girl who sits around and just stays in town. She's gonna hightail it out of there. She's better than Sydney, all right? Sydney, she's talking around in the first movie in that other bullshit movie called Scream, not this cool movie called Scream. She's walking around her high horse saying shit like, it's just some dumb blonde who should be running outside and she runs up the stairs instead. And what is Sydney doing? Push comes to shove.
Runs up the stairs.
Runs up the stairs. But what does Sam do? This is Sam's just one of. That's not Sydney's not one of those old, flawed, complex, dumb characters, right? Sam is a more relatable, just master of everything, right?
Yeah.
And it's not even like you're thinking like what fucking. What, jack of all trades, master of none? No. Master of all trades.
Jack of none.
Not jack, not even a jack, just master. Jack of nothing. That's stupid. What's a jack?
Master of all, actually.
Master of all. Master of everything. But thankfully, this movie, after they show us that this movie's not that, she's leaving. She wisened up. She knows it's not gonna stop until you wise up. Everyone knows that, right? Amy Mann saying it true as ever. But thankfully, we have some genius, just creative. It's honestly, I think the only way this movie could have possibly been written to be so well is if it was like the precogs in Minority Report, where they're all in the water and everything, where they're linked up, trying to communicate. Because how else would you come up with something so beautifully organic by having Jenna Ortega be like, "Where's my inhaler? Where do we see an inhaler? Where's my inhaler?"
Yeah, has she?
Did we once see an inhaler the entire movie? No.
Has she even mentioned that she was asthmatic?
When did this happen? And also, why does her friend have? She's like, is there a spare? And Jenna Ortega should have been like, oh yeah, it's actually not a big deal at all. We'll just call yeah, actually, it's an inhaler, and there's probably a CVS where we're going, and I can just, you know what? At the very least, I'll figure it out today, because you know what? I have a feeling that I won't die in the next 2 hours, because we've gone through an hour and a half of the movie, and the inhaler was never once a fucking thing. And it begs the question of, I thought these were smart screenwriters. Everyone knows if you're a smart screenwriter, you have to introduce something in the first fucking act. They have it in the third act. There's no way you can write a movie.
That's why that doesn't make sense, because they didn't introduce the whole asthma thing in the first act.
Why the fuck does our friend have one at our house? You know what my friends don't have? My inhaler. Do I have an inhaler? No, I don't, admittedly, because I'm not a moron. But if I did have one, you know where it would be? By my side.
But also, you
know where it wouldn't be? In my random friend's bathroom.
But you could also just call a doctor and say, "Hey, I lost my inhaler. Can you write me a prescription?" And pick it up at this CVS.
Well, no, she can't, because they can't go to that CVS because they have to go to 123 No Fucking Way Lane from Mr. Richie Rich over there. It's a very great one. Oh, what's the address? Oh, 123 No Fucking Way Lane.
He's quick on his feet.
Rich, can you just for once shut up? I'm tired of these. I'm tired of this whole 123 No Fucking Way Lane. She's like, it's the first time I said it, you bitch.
And it is the first. It's pretty fucking important.
And even if I did, it's pretty fucking important. But no, he can't be the killer. He can't because he doesn't want to go to the house.
Yeah, what would have happened
And
if she didn't
obviously-
need the inhaler?
Dude, obviously, I guess he
driving
swiped the
now?
inhaler. Yeah, it's the scene in the alternate version of actually just Goodwill Hunting is the ending, and then he just drives off, and it's like I guess he's gonna go on and see about a girl.
Once upon a time's called. What the fuck's going on here, Richie? It's like, yeah, it turns out she didn't need her inhaler, so we're
So
just
many
playing
points in
this
this
off.
movie, it's like it becomes a serious fucking problem when you have to have your character go so far out of his way to prove that he's not the killer, to the point where it's like, what if at any point she doesn't go against what you said, and she just says, you know what, we should leave. Jenna Ortega, I'll get you an inhaler tomorrow. And she says, thanks, Sam Carpenter. And she says, no problem, Jenna Ortega. And they drive off away. And then he's having a fucking panic attack. And he's the one driving. He starts sweating. He's sweating through his shirt. He's like, ugh, ugh. He's just he's fidgeting. He's really, he's like, is there more water? She's like, no, you had the last one like 10 minutes ago. Are you okay? He's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. He's like, hey, I think I left my charger. We should turn around. And she's like, babe, we'll just stop at the gas station and buy a charger. They're like $5. He's like, I left my. I don't have any cash. Like, I have cash. And he's like, I think I left.
Take a gas. There's no reason to stop.
I think, yeah. There's no reason to stop. So I'll just turn around. So that'd waste more gas. And he's like, no, I think I left my your charger. You already said that. And he's like, no. I think I left my
my inhaler.
I think I left.
It's like, you're asthmatic too. Wait, where's my inhaler?
And then she's like, I know nothing about asthma. You know, there's like, type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So, you know all those scenes in those movies where it's like, it's a kind of a trope. Woman gets cancer, woman overcomes cancer, woman goes into a scenario in which she thinks that she deserves an excuse because she had cancer. Turns out everyone in that room also had cancer and they also all recovered.
It sounds just like Desperate Housewives.
It happens in everything that's ever been made. This is the most universal truth of storytelling, is that at one point in the show or movie, someone will get cancer. It's a woman. A woman will get cancer. A woman will overcome cancer. A woman will be in a scenario in which she thinks she deserves special treatment for having cancer. Mm-hmm. Of course, all the peers in that area all survive cancer, and they make the very quickly dialogue of saying, oh, what'd you have? Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma? And it's like, oh, what'd you have? Leukemia? Oh, what'd you have? Fucking breast cancer? Oh, what'd you have? Testicular cancer? Oh, what'd you have? Prostate cancer? Oh, what'd you have? Melanoma? Oh, what'd you have? And everyone goes around. Mm-hmm. And then they do the whole entire other thing where she's like, well, hey, I had to deal with chemo. And the person's like, me too. 6 cycles. And I started doing some holistic stuff where I had injections every day put into me. And then she's like, okay, well, I got queasy. And the woman's like, I puked 17 times a day. And it's like a whole 5-minute dialogue of it. It's like, look how tough my struggle was. 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 Mm-hmm. All that stuff, right?
Yeah.
My point of bringing that up was to say, if he did say he was also having an asthmatic attack, I was going to really roundabout way of saying she could have had some sort of fun dialogue where she was like, oh, are you type 1 asthma or type 2 asthma? He could be like, oh my God, I'm this type of asthma. She's like, oh my God, that's crazy.
No, you've been sweating more, like,
no, because he doesn't have asthma, you're right. I fell for his lie. Because there's such a large portion of this movie is just saying, he's not the killer. He's not the killer. Versus the first movie, where all they did was just once. It was a very simple formula. All they had him do was have Billy be like, is he the killer? And then be like, he's not. And then the rest of the movie, we were like, I guess he's not the killer. Mm. This movie was like, he's not the killer. He's not. No, he's not. He's not the killer. He's not the killer. He's not. He's not the killer. He's not. 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 He's really not. He's 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 not.
You know what's interesting? They didn't even try to set up the fact that it's not the one from Once Upon a Time. Maybe they didn't have to put all that effort into setting up that it's not Richie, because I think it's kind of obvious that's Richie now.
It can't be though. Because he's not the killer. Obviously, he was sitting in his. So he can't.
So, could it be, so it's obvious one from Once Upon a Time. We had no idea to set up for it at all.
That's true. The character was
and the one that there no reason for them to even be connected.
No, I guess we're gonna figure it out. I guess they do such a good job keeping us on our toes. There's just no way to tell who the killer is.
I think
yet.
Gail's the killer this time.
I think Gail is the killer this time as well. I mean, yeah, it's really the next. At one point, you would honestly think they'd toy around with the idea of.
You would think
someone snaps,
because honestly, you got through this much psychological torture, someone chasing you.
I read one screenplay that was published online, like some douchebag PDF someone wrote, where it was like, all right, I'm gonna commit like 3 solid days on this, and wrote a Scream 5, and it was just like, It's also one of those.
Oh yeah, we saw it.
One
That's
of
what the movie is.
Oh, true. This is before that one came out. But my point was, I think that one actually had it where Gale ended up being the killer. It was also one of those things where it like has a cast list of like the most. It's like even characters have one line dialogue. It's like I think DiCaprio should play the part.
Of course.
I love those fan things.
That's how you round out a film. Really.
It's like I think the opening kill should be Mark Wahlberg. It's like really
no small parts.
no small parts.
actors.
Yeah, only big actors, big parts.
Yeah, exactly.
Who'd you hate the most in the movie? Which character do you think you hate the most of the friend group?
The friend group.
Yeah.
It's a tie between Wes or the twins.
Okay. Specifically the twins, since Wes has already been murdered because Wes Craven's dead, and the character Wes might also be
He's
well
dead,
be dead.
baby.
Yeah,
It's our
exactly.
turn.
Exactly. No, I hate everything about that guy, the twin.
Dude,
He's somehow the worst twin.
He's so annoying. He's so fucking annoying.
But honestly,
so
even though I
is
do
she,
hate
though.
him,
They both suck.
even though I do hate him, I did for a moment I was on his side, like, bitch, let him fucking drink and mourn. I don't like how he was the only person being normal, having a cocktail to ease his pressure, and then everyone else was like, "Yo," it's like, "Yo, bitch, control your shit, man. You don't know me. You don't control your bitch. Don't tell her to get off my shit.
Back
ho.
the shit up.
Fuck yeah, let's bang this shit up.
No, back the shit up. Step back.
Step back.
Step back.
No, let him get drunk, and honestly, maybe if he gets drunk for once in this fucking movie, he can stop trying to be so fucking profound at every goddamn turn. Like, how do we have like a relatable character everyone loves? What if we get just this really, really, really obnoxious guy who just fucking says some of the most ridiculous things with the utmost confidence? Not good acting. I didn't say that. I didn't say he delivers them with authenticity and it feels real. It's like visceral. No. I just said he's very confident.
That's not really anyone's concern with any.
It's unearned confidence, but he's confident. Yeah, confidence pops. It's fine.
What'd you say?
Confidence pops. It's fine.
That's true. Especially on the screen.
And I can't remember what he says to her because it was too horrific to even try to write down and remember. It's been about a week and a half since we watched the fucking movie.
Yeah.
But she says like, "Don't drink," and she's like, "Are you feeling okay? I think you've had a lot to drink."
That's Footloose.
And she's like, "You've had a lot to smoke," and he's like,
Yeah.
"Don't tell me I've had enough to smoke." And she's like, "I didn't say you had enough to smoke. I said you've had a lot of smoke. Well, don't tell me that either."
Yeah. You're getting confused with the
No,
movie.
but the same thing happens in this movie.
No, it doesn't.
But then instead of him
Step
just like,
back.
step back, instead of him doing that and just like getting onto a tractor like a man and playing game of chicken,
Selling out like we all do, you mean?
yeah. Instead, douchebag twin boys like, well, what's his girlfriend's name? We'll just give me a name, Rebecca. He's
Sure.
like, Rebecca, I drink to suppress the feelings I do have.
Can't you see?
Don't you get it? Don't you get it? I wish I died back there. He was holding a dramatic thing. I remember he said something like that, and he's like, "This is the way you mourn the dead. All right, you celebrate what their existence was." It's like, great. Where'd you read that one?
I saw it in a bumper sticker once.
I saw it on a bumper sticker. No, you didn't. No. I read a book. No.
It's not about the book.
I was perusing. I was at Barnes and Nobles. I flipped through a book and I happened to land on a page that happened to say that. That I believe. Okay, that's actually what happened. Okay, that I believe. And then cut to the next scene.
Don't worry about the book.
Don't worry about the book.
not about
Book's
the
not
book.
important. It's not about the book. There is no book. It's not mine at all. But I glanced at it. And then we get to the next abomination. It's just been constant. It's one of those days. It's just one of those days where like everything's. It's just like, when will I catch a break? When will I have a little bit of breathing room? Everything's on my nerves. Wait to the next scene where it's never go off on your own. You told me to get more beer. You should told me to come do it with you. I'm the killer.
Oh my God.
I'm the killer. No, but don't trust anyone. Yeah, well, you know what I think after this lesson, after you went back and forth on what you should do and you
Oh
shouldn't
my God!
do,
Kiss already. and
I
move
think the both of these
on.
just make the fuck out at this point. I think Mindy should put her tongue in Amber's ear. All right? There's a lot of sexual tension here with you two girls in this basement talking about who's the killer, who's not the killer. I should talk about more whose clothes are on, whose clothes are off, and whose tongue goes where. All right?
Who cares about who's the killer? Who's horny? That's what I want to know.
That's what I'm talking about, man. All right? That's what gets the juices flowing. I disagree. I'm not sure why you're signaling to me saying we can't say that. I think it's rather funny. All right, I think there's something beautiful about a womanly on woman love, Robbie. I don't know why you're a monster to sexualize things and make it feel like it's gross. What's not intrinsically beautiful about two friends taking that leap in a basement when there's, it's a time of peril. All right, there's a killer on the loose.
Hey, you gotta hold the line.
And it says you can't trust anyone, right? You ever see a spy thriller? How do you learn how to trust the girl in the movie? You fuck her. All right. What does James Bond always do? He's like, I'm not sure if I can trust this woman, but I might as well have sex with her to find out.
Yep, you're right. That's how it works.
And I'm just saying, all right, this is that new school requel thing, man.
That's true.
They're saying this is a new movie. All right, it's a new movie. It's a new franchise. It's a new year. It's a new game. You know what the best way to figure out who not the killer is? All right, let's see who fucks like a killer. All right.
That's so true. You have a killer instinct. You have a fucker instinct.
That's all I'm saying, man. But at the very end, even though the girls don't make out, it's just so cool how they're doing the whole, paying homage to the Tatum scene. And they're really respecting the whole entire idea of the scene by getting beer and going.
Oh, that's the scene.
Going buck wild at the absolute rest. They focus on that. Like, all right, so what makes the Tatum scene so cool? And they're like, well, she gets beer. I'm like, you're right, she gets beer. I got it. Yeah. She gets beer. You're right. I'll have her downstairs and get beer. And then I'll have them just go back and forth saying, I'm not the killer. I'm not the killer. I'm not the killer. You are the killer. He's the killer. I'm the killer.
So he sucks.
Yeah. And then
let's jump to the
proof
end.
That it sucks is how after we have that whole steamy session in the basement with the two girls not making out with each other, right?
Also, it's rated R.
True.
We can have a steamy makeout.
You can have making out. That's fine. People love making out. That's awesome, dude. He talked a lot in the first movie. He paid homage to the first movie. He started talking to me about how he had this whole PG-13 making out relationship, Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Put your tongue in her ear. Now it's like, no, it's R-rated.
That's why you get the R-rated.
It's a rated R superstar move right there.
That's what requels do.
That's what requels do.
That's what new school requels
Tread over new waters and not like the watered-down version of the first body of water we were at.
Exactly. That's what they always say about requels.
Yeah, that's what they always say about requels. People are talking about requels. That's the thing people say. They always say requel.
I mean, fans are divisive in the term.
People are always saying like, oh my god, I forgot they said that. It's like, yeah, so divisive that we had a comment on it. Just makes you know that now we also know it's stupid, which means you can't critique it.
Well, actually, how like people were saying like that's not how things work. The producers were saying that they were like, no one's ever used this term before. Requel. This isn't a thing. Like, what if we say fans are divisive? That will give some authenticity. People will think it's a real term. I like it. Say it's divisive. That's why they said it.
And then they thought, all right, we're not going to have the two girls have sex in the basement together.
Yeah, no, get that out of there.
So what if we have where we cut back to the brother, Randy's nephew, and we'll have his hot girlfriend just begging him to have sex with her.
And he says, no, thank you.
And he'll be like, I'm just not sure that you're not the killer. Put a little relish on your hot dog, man. Shit.
Yeah, but also, does she really need...
It's your girlfriend. You say you fucking love her, then fuck her.
But she gets super offended. Like, that's a fair complaint. Everyone's dying. They're dropping like flies.
I don't know, man. Maybe she's thinking I don't want to die a virgin. You ever see a horror movie before?
Good point. But dude, whoever has sex dies in horror movies. That's why the two chicks didn't.
I don't know, man. I don't recall Sydney dying.
Sydney didn't have... Oh, you're right. Sydney didn't die. But they've been trying to kill her ever since.
That's true.
She should have had sex.
She's been chasing after it. That's a very good meditation on STDs. Like, it follows. That's what this whole movie's about.
Yeah. That's why I love it. My heart.
It's a meditation on motherhood and grief.
Scream 5, it's actually all the Screams are the meditation on sexual, safe sex is really what it's about.
And then, yeah, it was. You're right. You're correct. So then he chooses to not have sex with his girlfriend, right? Huh? He chooses to not have sex with his girlfriend. Huh? He chooses to not have sex with his girlfriend. I can't wrap my head around it either. So he actively chooses to not have sex with her. He does. This is true. He says, well,
I'd rather have a beer.
He's like, I am super horny, but I think he might be the killer. And like all rational, realistic men, I think with my head and not my cock. So in this scenario, my teenage character who is running rampant with hormones in a heightened situation with grandiose stakes is going to decide, you know what? No. I don't want to have sex.
And nothing.
That's realistic. That's the scene.
Nothing gets teenagers hornier than grandiose stakes.
Exactly. Everyone knows that. Tell me I'm wrong.
No,
what does any young adult movie ever tell you?
What?
Remember the young adult fad of 2000s? All those movies had where the person's in the right. When is the main character finally with the love interest? When they're right before they're about to die. It's like, we might as well kiss in this exchange, in this embrace.
That's when you're the bravest.
When did Sydney finally screw Billy in the first movie?
When everyone's dying.
When half of everyone's already died.
Yeah, she's
like, all right, fuck it, let's get this over with. But no, then the asshole who doesn't want to have sex, like, you know what, I'll go look for her. And then he grabs the candlestick because I think that was a joke. Is that what that was?
Yeah, it's a reference.
He grabbed it. Was that the reference to Clue?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. We're referencing Clue. That's the punchline. They're like, hey, we need to throw this. Is supposed to be a Scream movie. There's some jokes in it. It's funny. It's the comedy franchise. Oh, what if he grabs the candlestick for a weapon like the game Clue?
We already had that Mama Duke line, but that wasn't a joke. Oh, that's why we got this joke.
Sure. We'll make up for that joke here with the whole candlestick. Like, yeah, like the way you think, Sullivan.
Yeah.
And then he walks outside with his candlestick in one hand. He opens his phone and he's like, all right, let me go to Find My Fam, the app everyone uses to find their friends. Find My Fam. And it's so convenient how it just beeps until you find them. It's just a big old red flashing dot. It's basically as good as when you saw in the 90s computer hacking. It's like, that's crazy that when you hack a computer, the computer just says hacking across it over and over again.
Well, so you know what you're doing.
It's weird how this app, and, you know, now that we've had 30 years or 25 years or whatever you want to call it, like, you know, people having a pretty good grasp on the whole, like, computers, applications, technology, the way things actually fucking operate. No, we're going to have it where he has an app on his phone called Find My Fam. Not Family, that'd be lame. It's cool. It's fucking hip. Find My Fam.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And the app just beeps like the fucking Jennifer Aniston with Rodolfo, and along came Polly. She's like, wait, Rodolfo! That would have been better, honestly, if he's just screaming his girlfriend's name instead of tracking the fucking phone and like, oh, where's this red dot taking me? Also,
I think her name's Rodolfo,
this is one of these,
actually.
you know, I've shared my location before. I don't recall it being like that pinpoint accurate to the actual steps you're taking.
Yeah, no, when I use my GPS to get home from work sometimes, I'll
It's
be
like,
in the
you're
driveway.
7 blocks away from where you want to be.
You know, it's actually here.
All right, you've reached the end of your destination.
Yeah.
It's only 7 blocks away. You can figure it out.
Yeah.
But the Find My Fam app is like, all right, so take one more. I don't see her. Take one more step. I don't see her. Take one more. Oh, there she is.
Told you, it's just one more step.
And remember how cool it was, like I said earlier, how the first scene in the first Scream, we'll have a whole entire party franchise. We'll have a whole scene at the party.
Yeah.
Not cool in the third movie. Because now the characters are all there. Like, now it's finally the time where we've gotten to where our trio of leads are Jack Quaid's, our Jenna Ortega's, and our whoever the hell plays Sam Carpenter. Right? Those 3 people, they're now here. And now they're at the party. Now it's like they're crashing the party. The first part was kind of weird though. Was when they arrived, they did like a nice establishing shot of the party. Like, look all these teenagers partying. And it was really interesting how none of them were even remotely drunk. Because the first movie, everyone was like rather sloshed, weren't they? When they're all watching the horror movie, they all look very drunk. Everyone's like, this feels like an actual party. This one felt like that scene in Chucky season 1 where they're having the silent party in the rich girl's house.
Oh yeah, people don't do that.
No, exactly. You know what else they don't do? Sit around like little weirdos and just stand in corners, swaying subtly while everyone's having a house party.
Fucking, and you remember how in the first one too, the reason the party ends, so at the end is like 7 people in the house is because there's a curfew.
Yeah.
Can we establish something natural like that in this movie instead of Jenny Ortega's friend going, guys, my friend needs her inhaler, party's over. Everybody out of the fucking house. We need to find this inhaler now.
That would have been better.
What the fuck dumb shit was that?
Well, I think it was the same dumb shit as the previous blunder, how no one's drunk and how this party doesn't feel lively at all. And maybe instead of having it where we're at some dumb house, you know, that doesn't at all feel like the house in the first movie, even though they're going to very soon reveal it to be.
House?
I have no idea. Apparently, she bought Stu's house. But the point is, how about if you're going to live in Stu's house, even though it doesn't feel like it even remotely until you tell us it's Stu's house 10 times over?
I thought it was the Munsters.
Okay,
house.
I would believe that more. I'm like, is this that one kitchen in that one scene of Gilmore Girls that one time before they changed the house around?
I think it is.
That's crazy. They got their hands on that set. But you think at the very least, if you're going to throw a party in Stu Macher's house, you could at least respect the fucking Stu Macher legacy and throw a hell of a party. That first party was popping off in the first movie.
First part like a party.
First part like a party when it feels half the size, half the energy. No energy at all. There's no nothing. And then, like you said, then Richie Rich walks in and he's like, all right, everyone, get out. And they're like, oh, no, yeah, I'm going to, you know what? Richie Rich told us to leave, everybody. Let's all leave. Let's not beat the shit out of him or anything. Let's all leave. Let's all of us who are supposedly super drunk, let's leave because a guy who's 26 told us to. Not a cop, not even old enough to be our father, just a guy who's barely older than us. He said in a not so stern voice, hey, all right, jerk-offs, fuck off, leave, bye-bye. Is there a Mrs. Jerk-off at home? Fuck you. No, none of that. They're like, all right, it's time to go. This guy, he once asked us, and also, where's the music? Where's the fight breaking out? Where's anything?
Yeah, true.
But no, again, the cops are breaking up the party. It's one guy, and there's 50 of us, and we could literally just pummel him, and we could right now, before he could even open that door, put him to the ground and start kicking him over and over and over and over again. But instead, we will exit the premises. And also, you're not even the host of the party. It's not like this is the one girl's older brother. I'm like, oh shit, it's Tim. Remember him from 4 years ago? He used to kick her ass. We gotta get out of here. Scat boys, run.
Why couldn't that...
Scatter.
Just a spoiler. Why couldn't that have been the way that he knows the other killer? He's her brother's friend.
Because that would
have made sense.
No, because I don't want to spoil it yet. But there's a really cool way of how they know each other. So I'll get into that later.
Okay, it's not cool. FYI,
it's really cool. But no, then we get to see Randy's nephew get stabbed, which was pretty cool. Almost as rewarding as seeing the kid from Prisoners get stabbed. And then you're thinking like, wait, Paul Dano's in this? No. The other kid, the shitty kid.
Yeah, the one from 13 Reasons.
One from 13 Reasons, exactly. That was pretty sweet. It was pretty cool. Not like seeing Judy Hicks's baby boy, but then again, it's not like your first. You know what I mean? They always say it. So, and then, you know what? I think I came with a better solution that made the movie feel a little bit more realistic. Instead of them all being the shit out of Richie Rich, right? For Jack Quaid, for Randy Quaid. Mm-hmm. What they should have done is they should have just picked him up outside. They should have hung him up by his underwear onto a flagpole, and that should have been how the killer's plans got foiled.
And he's just there.
That would have been some new school Scream shit.
That would be pretty sick.
Instead, everyone leaves. We're suddenly in the house alone again. Now it's now we have to repeat the scene from earlier where it's the whole, you should have to go with someone. Let's come back downstairs. Let me help you out. Let's help out. Go here. There's a killer. Here's a killer. Here's a killer. Where's a killer? I'm a killer. You're a killer. You're a killer. You're a killer. And then Richie talks to Randy's niece, and he's like, will you come with me? And she's like, no, but you were right to ask. You were right to ask, though.
Cool. Good addition to the movie.
And he's like, oh, good to know, thanks. And he walks away, and then he's gone for 30 minutes, and everyone's like, I guess he's not the killer, though, because they made it very clear he's not the killer. And then Miniskirt walks in, keep in mind, that Miniskirt is saving this fucking third act. I don't know what she's going on about, but she's talking to Minnie about something, and then she I don't know. I'm just really taking notice of the whole skirt this whole entire time. I'm not really listening to the dialogue. I'm just like, that's a cool looking skirt.
Yeah, she said something about something.
Something about something. And then I remember that these characters again. It's just the third time in 5 minutes where these characters are just arguing over who's the killer and who might be the killer, and they're trying to convince us this. And it's just I truly believe that if there was a killer amongst my friend group, a wolf in the sheep's clothing, I'm not going into any one-on-one situations say I might be the killer to someone who might be the killer, because to yourself, you know the truth, you know your own truth, you're not the killer. Both those girls, spoiler alert, weren't the killer, but neither one of them knew the other person wasn't, but they both knew that they were lying when they said they were. So why is either one of them playing such a dangerous game and being like, I'm the killer? Because guess what? If I was the killer and someone said I'm the killer, without even being able to process the information and think about my situation, who's around me, the fact that I'm currently not playing the killer, I'm supposed to be being innocent, they're dead. Knife out, temple in. Immediately. You know what's going to piss me off as the killer? Yeah. Imagine that. You're doing this whole other thing, okay? You're running around from one room to the next room to the next room to the next room. You're fucking changing outfits. Like trying to do 2 goddamn dates. Like, I gotta be the killer, I gotta be sociable, I gotta refill the chip bowl, but I gotta go kill Sydney, okay? It's a hell of a lot to handle.
Well, they always say killers too want the glory of it.
And that person says, I'm the killer.
Exactly.
It's like,
you're
fucking what? Them. Oh, you're the fucking, what is that? It's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
I like the part when everybody came to the room.
No, I'm sorry, but the problem is that what I would have thought they would have done is, like I said, instead of having these 2 girls just say, I'm the killer, you're the killer, I'm the killer, you're the killer, which was just entirely for the audience and not for the story. Just that was one of those moments, which this movie had a ton of them, where it was like, what if we say dialogue that's only for the audience's purposes? And then someone on the set was like, what if we have a scene where it's like for the character's sake and their purposes? And I don't know. Then what would the audience know? They wouldn't know what to do with it then. They wouldn't know how to handle the scene if we didn't tell them exactly what the scene's about, how they should feel about it, and give them a complete rundown of everything at once, very, very openly.
Well, that's kind of like the whole pattern of this movie. You have to kind of spoon feed it to them. It's a spoon
you got spoon feed. It's very much a spoon feeding kind of movie.
I liked the scene that happened a little bit after that scene when they were like, I'm the killer, I'm the killer. 2 seconds later, everybody's in the room like, who's the killer? Who's the killer? Who's the killer? And then once upon a time in Hollywood goes, I'm the killer for no fucking
No, that
reason.
didn't happen yet. No.
No, I'm talking about that scene. Cause I said it's the scene I liked. So I jumped ahead. I know that happened yet, but it happened now because I'm talking about it now.
That might have actually happened first. No.
That happens like 2 minutes later.
All right, because you're right. First, it cuts to Sydney and Gail outside because they've just now gotten here, even though they left the hospital
45
to go to the
ago.
party before Sam drove away and had to turn around.
Yeah, that's true.
But they just got here now, apparently, and they're outside.
They stopped for Starbucks first.
They cut somewhere, and it's like, why even include Sydney in this, honestly, at this point? It's like she just got here to show up and say, hey, Gail, I'm here as well. It's the scene from 20 Jump Street. We're here also. Is it really that important of having her in the third act if she wasn't in the first two? Besides that one scene where she happened to call Dewey on the phone or he happened to call her?
Like what we keep saying, if it's not in the first act, it doesn't need to come back in the third act. Sydney wasn't there in the first act.
So there's a reason to have her in the third act.
No.
But then again, I guess it's like you gotta have it because it is Scream.
But it's a requel, and
It is a
doesn't
requel.
have her, so
That's true.
you know that only works when Sydney's in the movie. Oh, which Sydney's the focal point, but we haven't figured that out yet.
No, I think Gail's the focal point. That's what we did figure out.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, scale.
It does, but that's the moment too, right? When they walk in and you see that they actually established the house a little bit. It's like, oh my god, this is actually Stu Macher's house.
All back to.
But
the
I don't
first
understand how they made it look so drab and dingy and gross.
Yeah,
And why is it like an absolute shitbox? When the whole entire time in my head, before they actually told me it was Stu's house, I kept thinking, wow, Stu's house was such a cool backdrop, and this house sucks by comparison. And it turns out it's the same house. It's the same spot.
But
And also, they do the reveal. Is that supposed to be a plot twist? Oh my god, they were in that house?
I guess.
Oh my god, I thought they were in a different house.
But
Oh my god. I thought our characters were in one house, and it turns out they're in an entirely different
it
house.
changes everything.
Half the twists, the turns, how will I ever come to be?
It also not only is it not like Stu's house, it looks like a set where Stu's house, the first one looked like Stu's house.
Yeah, this one looks like a piece of shit.
It looks like a weird gray set.
And then wow, Richie, Amber, Tara, and Liv all magically aren't in the room right now. Wow. Almost as if they all get to them running one at a time, be like, I'm not the killer. Because they thought, you know what's cool in the first movie? When Nev Campbell was like pointing the gun at Randy and Stu, she's like, fuck both of you and close the door. They're like, what if we double the stakes? We'll have 4 people inexplicably out of the room for long periods of time. What if we have it where Richie just spends an hour and a half getting beers from the basement, and the twin girl has no problem. Mindy doesn't think once to say,
Wait, did the Once Upon a Time Hollywood chick go downstairs with the twin to get beer?
then they came back upstairs, and then Rich was like, want some beer? And he went
No,
in
it's
the basement.
okay, actually. I just got more 3 minutes ago. Why wasn't that the dialogue? Wait, I want to get some more beer.
And why didn't she at one point think, wait, why hasn't that guy gotten back yet? After I just had a full conversation with that one girl who stormed off.
And actually, shouldn't she be like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, dude. She'd be like,
She's been
did I
watching the
meet
movie
you
the whole
once?
time.
When did you get here?
I'm sorry, aren't you like 26? We're all in high school. What the fuck are you doing here?
And he's like, shit. And he just he pulls the Dave Chappelle and goes over there and smacks her with the lamp. He's like, I got scared.
That would have been funny.
That would have been pretty fucking cool, man.
I think the next Scream should have Dave Chappelle.
No, how the hell is Richie supposed in the basement that long? We've seen so much stuff happen since he first went down there. He's still there. Tara and Amber were apparently upstairs this whole fucking time looking for her inhaler, so she was out of the scene. And then Liv, she just left. She stormed off, came back, and now she's got blood on her hands.
Mm-hmm.
What forced? What a fun little way to have everything
why?
go. Why? Okay, I have no idea. Because apparently she found her boyfriend, I guess, even though he's in the next one. So what'd she find? I don't know.
Maybe she was the third killer. They just killed her anyways.
That could have been it. Honestly, yeah, it was a kind of a sudden thing. Oh my God, Amber's the
And
killer.
why'd they waste time killing Kyle Gallner in the beginning? She is the third killer, and they just killed her off. There's a deleted scene explaining that. Boom.
Yeah,
Figured
wait.
it out.
When they killed Kyle Gallner, did she leave the bar at some point? Like, did they ever say I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly, and then she went to kill him, or was she in the bar when he got killed? Because was the brother Richie Rich even in town when that guy got killed?
A, I don't remember, but B, the way the scene plays out, they play out as if he dies well after everyone's even hanging out at the bar.
No, he's pissing on the outside of the bar. I thought
So nobody in the bar.
heard Red Riot.
There was nobody outside.
No,
There's no one walking outside when this happened. I thought
Nope.
it was hours later. That's ridiculous.
no, it was right for 5 seconds later.
I think she killed
But no,
him.
Amber's the killer, so that means she distracted Tara while Richie faked getting beer. He never came up with any, and then and then he killed Mindy.
Who's Mindy? Who's Amber? I don't know anybody's names. Who are we even talking about?
No, I'm talking about Mindy's the niece.
Mindy's the niece. Who's the niece?
At
Niece
the
of
third
who?
part.
Oh, the twin?
Yes.
Okay. Call them by their names. The twin.
I'm calling her by her name. It's Mindy, and I have no idea what his name is, but it's an
He's
M
also
name.
the twin.
So it's
Just refer to them as the
Melvin.
twins. They're the Wonder Twins, okay? It's easy to keep
he's
up.
dead now. He's not dead.
He's not. No, he's in the Dewey pose at the end of the first movie and the end of this one.
Oh my god, I forgot they did that too. Fuck, you're
We
right.
didn't know who the fuck it was, remember?
That's embarrassing.
I'm tired. Can I go to sleep?
Almost.
It's getting to that time when it's always that time here where we say, good night, won't you be my neighbor?
Right. So, no, I just don't get that. If Amber's the killer, and then if she's actually the killer, then what was the whole point of having the dialogue earlier where it was, wow, Liv is too boring to be the killer if she really is the killer, and then she just gets shot when she actually did find her boyfriend? But then why'd she come back in here so confused if she knew she found her boyfriend dead, and why she actually surprised if she wasn't the killer?
You're asking a whole lot of questions that I'm sorry to burst your bubble. They're not going to have any answers.
And then just to clarify, too, it's like, we've seen people get stabbed in these movies a lot, but like, there's something different when someone just gets their head blown off.
It's the name of the
It's
movie.
in the movie. But like, you tell me this girl, she wanted sex with her boyfriend. That didn't get to happen. Then she found her boyfriend, who she thought was dead. So that's probably makes her nice a little bit worse. And she goes back inside and immediately gets accused by her friends of being the killer. But then they say, actually, you're too dumb and boring to be the killer. And then she dies.
Yeah.
Why does everyone who died in this movie have to have the most tragic final couple of moments? Why can't no one die on an up note?
You saw Dark Knight? People like gritty shit.
Yeah? Was that the influence for this movie? They're like, oh, you saw The Dark Knight 20 years ago?
You didn't notice that once The Dark Knight came out, that was the influence for every movie that came out afterwards?
That is a pretty good point, actually.
This is the new school Scream where it's gritty and everyone's sad as shit all the time. They're depressed. They're all fucking downtrodden on their luck. And they all get killed afterwards. There's no upside of this story. It's a fucking requel, dude. That shit doesn't happen in requels.
You know what happens in requels instead?
Everybody gets fucking depressed and dies.
What happens instead is everyone gets terrified because girl from Once Upon a Time just randomly shoots a bitch. And they all run away in different directions. And Sam and Richie go in the basement. And out of nowhere, she pulls a knife on him so fucking fast, too, almost immediately. They're in the basement for 5 seconds, and she's like, he's the killer! And I don't care that he's the killer.
Hold on, back up. You skipped the best part. She runs into the basement because Richie convinces her it's her fucking sister who's the killer.
No, this is when he is convincing her that.
No, but she sees her in the closet first, and he tells her, no, come with me.
No, that's after.
No way.
No, yeah, he's in the basement with her, and he says, you have to consider that this could be your sister who is the killer.
And then she finds
and
her in
then
the
she goes
closet.
upstairs, and that's when she questions, should I get her out of the closet?
Oh, shit, I'm sorry,
So you're
dude.
backwards, as always.
I'm sorry.
So no, she pulls the knife on him immediately. They've been down there for 2 seconds. She out of nowhere, she suddenly smells something
smart.
fishy, and she's like, wait a minute. He is the killer. And like, I don't care that he is the killer. Sam has no fucking idea how to tie her shoes, let alone how to guess who the killer is in the situation. And now suddenly think he's dangerous out of nowhere. And then he tells her, maybe it's your sister. And then you point out, yeah, that was enough to stir her up a little bit. Think maybe it is my sister.
It's so funny.
The one who I ran away to protect because I love her so much. Maybe he's right. Maybe she is the sister.
That would make sense because you're a bitch and ran away to protect her from nothing.
And then, oh yeah, I forgot.
Kill you.
Sydney and Gal are here, and now
yeah.
they're strapped. But before they head inside, let's have Gal hear his scream so she can say one of her other really cool Gal lines and say, huh, "Sounds about right."
That was a
Someone
cool
just
line.
died, Gal. Show a little respect.
Have some decorum.
Have
you
some decorum
bitch.
and not go for a one-liner. You cunt.
Dude, that's been her thing ever since she got those bangs.
And right when you think it's over, she gets the 1-2 combo on you when Sydney, the now backup character, says, you ready? To our new main character, Gale. And then Gale, after just having that real fucking absolute zinger the first time, saying, sounds about right, she gets to hit her with, ready for this?
Are you kidding? I am Queens Boulevard.
Are you kidding me? I am Queens Boulevard.
What does she actually say?
She says,
Oh, what she says.
for this?
That's it?
Yeah!
For this? Are you ready? For this?
Never.
Wait, what? Never. Never. Campbell.
She says, for this? Never.
That's a cool line. You sure that? I feel like that probably was one of those lines that should have gotten like taken out of the final cut. That's one of
because
those
it
things-
wasn't cool,
Yeah, or worth
important.
anything.
You know what wasn't important or worth anything? It made no sense. Why does Amber come out of the house and
Who's
even
Amber?
pretend the girl from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Thank you.
Why is she even bother walking out and trying to fake the routine for Sydney and Gail if everyone else already knows she's the killer? She walks outside like, what? Because you're kind of referencing the first one again with the whole killers faking the whole thing. Makes no sense. Gail just gets fucking shot. Have your guns drawn.
You know, and that's some of those things too. If
A girl who was just hurled over, crying in hysterics with her gun hidden, somehow was able to get her gun out, turn around, and shoot you. She should not be able to turn around, pull her gun out, get a shot on you. Then you, the person with your gun in your hand, should be able to fire one back at her.
No, it's actually how things work.
Makes no sense, and she gets shot. She just shoots her. And she runs inside and scurries off, and she runs away as fierce as fuck.
That's one of those dumb things with the movie being too self-referential. It's like, why would no one would ever know about that detail happening back in the real life scenario?
Not at all.
So why would she ever reenacted that? And if anyone had that detail down, that would have mentioned
Because
in one
Gail
article.
needs to
she
get
never would have read
shot,
it.
so Sydney could say, "Oh my God, Gail, I need to get you to the hospital," and then Gail could have her next. That's all you got, lady. 2 wrong feet and ugly fucking shoes line, and she could say, "No, we're finishing this." And the crazy part was, before Gail said, "No, we're finishing this," I thought to myself and said out loud, "No, we're finishing this." And then she says, "No, we are finishing this." I didn't give them enough credit, okay? You finished this, Sydney. You got this. They had Gail go over the whole entire encouraging line and everything. And also, kill Gail. Kill her. Give Sydney a reason to go do something. But
Yeah.
Gail just gets shot, then the rest of the movie kind of like, oh, she kind of got shot, she kind of did.
Doesn't she go like for Dewey or something at the end there?
Yeah, and then she charged him. She's like, "For Dewey!" Yeah, it's really cool. But no, it's really cool because, they had her get shot and everything else. It's, and they have her come back to the original house because it just really is this movie the movie is, what did she say? I can't even remember how douchey the line was. A meditation. I can't even wrap my head around the word. This movie is just a meditation for facing your trauma because Sydney's returning to the horror of her youth to overcome her demons.
That's
very beautiful.
Old school though. We've done that 3 times already at this point,
I know.
guys.
We've had her walk through the house. We've had her walk through a replica of the house. We've had her return to another house.
We've had
It's
our
getting a
cousin
little
kind of
old
beat her
here.
and her. Yeah, it's the same thing.
And then Sam. This is what you want to get to. Sam's the absolute fucking worst, and she just stares at her bound up sister. She needs to be diced up. She's the absolute worst character in the world. That she sees her sister helpless and vulnerable and thinks, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe she stabbed herself 47 times in the back by choice. Yeah, she's probably the killer. She just closes the door and walks away, and the movie ends.
That would have been a better ending.
It would have been a better
She
ending.
just drives. She takes the inhaler too, just for good measure.
Instead, we're gonna cut to new scene. Sydney's walking around the house. Richie's just hiding in the closet. This guy commits so much to not being the killer that he is just hiding in the closet. And then finally, after all the time, he just fucking stabs her. The charade's over. What a relief.
I know.
Stabbed her. I'm actually the killer. Why are you in the closet then? Why aren't you just hiding behind the door? Because no one clears rooms in this house.
Because he was off duty.
And then he gets, "Sit the fuck down, Prescott." Oh, was that your whole entire? It's Screamer.
No, that was his. That's all you got, lady. 2 wrong.
Yeah,
feet,
2
ugly
wrong
fucking
feet,
shoes.
ugly fucking
That was
shoes.
his line.
And now that we know Richie's the killer, can he finally explain to us why he was watching those stab YouTube videos? Nope, won't happen. He'll never address it. That was just for character. He won't explain why he felt the need to go get beers, why he felt the need to go hide in a closet.
He's a method actor.
He's a method actor. He commits to the character. I'm surprised at one point he didn't just stop. He's like, "I've committed to the character of loving her. I actually love her now."
He's actually Billy Loomis's younger brother.
Right.
And
No, he's Roman Bridges' younger brother.
Yeah, he's Roman Bridges' younger brother, and he was on that set in the second movie watching
Right.
Sydney act all those times.
Yes.
So Roman Bridges, he was on set of the
Yes.
stab movies.
Yep.
He always loved acting.
And now he's acting, yeah.
He's a method actor.
And now he chose this random person who was Billy Loomis's daughter to make the story be about her.
No, because his older brother was a director. He's a writer. He's a sucker for a good story.
And then they bring it back to the kitchen and they put Sam in the corner where Sydney was in the 1996 version, and they just cast Sydney aside. Like, okay, you can go stand over there. This is now we're gonna. This movie's about Sam, not Sid. You're yesterday's news. All right, get out of the frame. You're an afterthought. This is about Sam. We'll have her stand there. And then, we get to have the nice new tradition since the third one where every killer has to be a whiny asshole. No killer can just say, "I did it for me. I liked it. I was good at it. and I was really alive. Okay? No, it's always, yeah, it's your mom's a whore, and she didn't love me, and she didn't want to be with me. Everyone's just fucking whining. They're just talking about, he's like, oh, you're a bitch, and you're a whore, and Reddit, and the daughter of Billy Loomis, and I like the movie. They fucked up the movie, and your dead father, and Sydney, and it's Woodsboro. We're all back to Woodsboro. And we're making a movie. This is the new movie. We're the new killers, and we're going to succeed this time. The problem with Billy and exactly. That's my thought the entire.
Shut up.
No one stops talking in this movie. They just keep saying like, "Oh, it's Pete, the pizza boy from the beginning of the story." Every fucking time. The daughter of Billy Loomis, who has fucked up visions of her dead father, who Sydney killed. You did this just to get her back to Woodsboro?
Yes, I did all along. You couldn't have told. You didn't know. You couldn't tell.
The daughter of Billy Loomis, who has fucked up visions of her dead father, who Sydney killed. You did this just to get her back to Woodsboro? That was the point of the connection, he says. The connection was that he had to get the daughter of Billy Loomis, who Sydney killed, in Stu's house to lure Sydney back.
Yes. Don't you get it?
That doesn't sound like a goofy... This is like a good idea story for a movie. If they love movies so much, if these characters love movies so much... I'm not talking about the writers. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the character of Amber and Rich, right?
Yeah.
They love horror movies so much. And the perfect horror sequel that they've conjured up is the one in which Billy Loomis' daughter has fucked up visions of her dead father, who Sydney killed.
How do they know that?
And then Sydney gets lured back to die because Billy Loomis' daughter wants revenge. And then you two survive because you're dating her and you're friends with the dead... This is the sequel you guys made?
And you two are so off the radar of characters that matter in your own sequel you made. Requel, sorry.
That's my point. They planned this whole thing out. Maybe workshop the script a little bit more. His execution's been flawless up to this point. You've done a great job. You killed one of the legacy characters off, man. Good for you.
You even wrote that one scene where you were watching the stab movies for yourself.
But our two fucking killers, keep in mind, met on a goddamn subreddit. That was the story. You're like, how was it? Her brother's friend? No. We were on the Stab subreddit, and after talking for 6 months, and she finally proved me she wasn't a guy, I decided to come over here and see her, and it turns out we're both psychotic killers, and we decided to come up with this awesome idea for a movie in which you're the killer, and because you're Billy Loomis' fucked up daughter who has visions, you're mad that she killed your father, so you lured Sydney back here to kill her.
How do you guys?
And I'm your boyfriend, so I'm a part of. I'm the sole survivor.
How do you know I have visions of my of Billy Loomis?
You told me about it.
How do you and Amber both know that I have visions about Billy Loomis?
Because you told me.
Did she tell him? Because I
have no idea, Robbie. Okay. I have no idea.
You have a better grasp on this than I do.
I don't know. I think Amber should have said it doesn't work with you, Sam, instead of saying. Instead of implying it worked anyway. She says, Sam, you just don't work in this movie. It's like, the movie doesn't work at all.
Yeah, nothing in this movie
works. I mean, not close. She'd be like, this doesn't work at all, guys. We should just stop filming it. Like, that's meta.
That's super
meta.
She's like, no, seriously, can we stop filming this?
No, that's so meta. It's the fucking it's the Mr. Show skit with the whole, can I use this chair? Yeah, God, for the love of God, no!
Sorry. Go ahead. Start over.
But no, Dewey did have to make sure, they had to kill Dewey, like she says, to make sure this wasn't some bullshit cash. Dewey had to die to make sure this wasn't some bullshit cash-in run of the mill sequel, because our movie has fucking stakes. Stop telling me how good your movie is. Stop telling me how good it is. Stop telling me it's a movie. I get it. The novelty wore off. The original one said it once. That was the movie. It was like, it's a movie within a movie. It's a movie. Stop. Don't have the characters say, this one has stakes, because it's the sequel, baby.
Yeah, it barely worked when they tried it the first time, doing the whole, it's the sequel, so it
doesn't work now. Doesn't work on the fifth movie, didn't work on the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. Doesn't work. Stop trying. Let it go.
Fourth one worked.
It's a very simple formula. And then Sydney gets stabbed, and Gail, who got shot 15 minutes ago, she somehow diagnoses Sydney, and she's like, after Sydney said, you need to go to the hospital because she got shot, Sydney, who gets stabbed, she falls over, and Gale comes to her side, being like, oh my god, Sydney, are you okay? Because Sydney's somehow worse for wear after getting stabbed, after Gale got shot 15 fucking minutes ago and has been bleeding out. But yet, Sydney's the one who needs the medical attention.
Yes. Because Sydney's not the strong main character.
You're right, I forgot. She's the weak bitch from the last movie. This is that cool new Gale movie. And then, but Richie is right. It's pretty crazy. Sam thought it was her sister. I like that part where he's like, it's a little crazy you thought it was your sister. Pretty shitty thing for our main character to do. I agree.
Thanks for reminding me how shitty
Thanks for reminding me again how dumb and stupid our main character is. Because the person just to clarify again, let's just go through this train of thought again, Sam. You were in a basement. You arbitrarily decide your boyfriend is the killer. And then after accusing him of the killer, he says, maybe it's your sister. And you go upstairs and say, you know what? Even though my gut instinct 5 seconds ago told me that he's bad news, I'm going to take his word for it.
She did know him for 6 months. She has known him for 6 months.
She has known him for 6 months. That's why she decided to drag him along to the most vicious moment of her entire life, for him to experience it.
Dude, she can't think, right? She's done all the drugs.
And then the worst part is, she says, that's where you're wrong, asshole. I didn't trust my sister, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it's like the time in the last one where they went off to go outside to finish off Gale, and Sydney leaves. But no. And this time they're like, what if we never have Jenna Ortega with them? So then when she says, I didn't kill my sister, they'll be like, wait, what? And they can go aimlessly leave them to look for her. Not like the last scene where they wanted to kill fucking Gale in the first movie, and they happen to leave Sydney alone. What if, for this entire 20-minute scene of of Amber and Richie doing their whole monologue, they never once thought to check that she actually killed her sister?
I also think they forgot that they put her in the closet.
I think they might have.
They were too busy on the whole, our movie's good. Our movie's really good.
And then the second they say that, coincidentally, it's just that perfect timing thing. That's the exact moment in which Jenna Ortega materializes. It's perfect. It's perfect. Right then and there. They're still shocked she's gone. And where are they? Where's the final girl? Where is she? Well, let's go look for her. And considering Tara's inability to fucking move without wheezing, I'm not sure how she's going to be able to jump around and silently swing her crutch or whatever. We've seen her walk around this entire movie after getting stabbed in the back 12 times, looking like the penguin in Toy Story. Okay? Then what happens is, in a moment of true panic and where you need to sack up, she silently moses her way around the house, gets behind the wall, waits for her girl to get to her, hits her in complete silence, but then for every subsequent swing, on every swing. I don't know how it's possible. She sounds like a goddamn pig being slaughtered or a lamb to the slaughter, okay? Mm-hmm. And somehow she had to jump on them. I find it hard to believe. And also, these are aluminum crutches. She's killing this girl. This girl has asthma, has been stabbed, is hitting her with aluminum. They're not even the old school crutches that weighed 80 pounds and are made of wood. They're those 5-pound aluminum crutches. They're like, you think when you ever get them, like, how the hell do these weigh so little? They're so light. And this girl, who is 5'1", been stabbed 80 times, has asthma, desperately needs her inhaler, can't breathe, can't do nothing, has a little broken, brittle object for a weapon. She just beats the shit out of this girl.
Well, the other girl is
who we've seen dismantle Dewey.
The
she
sheriff.
Beat the shit out of him. I don't get it. I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around it. It doesn't make sense to me.
I really liked the part when, because the movie's so meta, and they have to reference so many other movies. I like when they reference Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and they set the girl on fire.
You jump ahead a little bit again. The movie starts falling apart. It falls apart fast, like really fucking fast in the movie. I don't know why you're staring at me, bro.
Whatever, bro.
He doesn't shoot her, and she knocks the gun away, and then she bites him, and then no point does he ever think, you know what? Let me just like headbutt her or something. I'll just let her scurry off like all Weasley and all. Yeah. And she runs away, and then fucking Captain America and the Winter Soldier take the other killer on, and they throw a glass bottle at her face. Captain America and Winter Soldier in this instance is Sydney and Gale versus Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Because we have two stories. We have our A storyline of Richie and Sam fighting out in the living room, and then we have our B storyline in the kitchen of Gale and Sydney just throwing a bottle. That's their finishing moves, that break a glass bottle over this girl's head.
Fatality.
And then she gets to have the throwaway. It's like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood all over again. Like you were trying to get to. You're just second off.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's smash her face in. What if we cast that girl from that last movie, smash her face in?
She was really good at getting her face smashed in that other movie.
She should probably do it again here.
And she was really good at getting set on fire. Let's torch that bitch.
Let's torch that bitch. And then it's really funny too, because then when they broke the glass on her head, even though it's her house and she was hosting the party, she's like, "Is that hand sanitizer?" Did you hear that line?
No, I didn't.
She said, "Is that hand sanitizer?" Because hand sanitizer comes in glass bottles that are, cold, chilled, and have alcohol in them.
I thought they were plastic.
No, you'd be wrong. But Amber's a very smart girl, because in the second, literally 5 seconds ago, even though she was just trying to kill them and they know she's the killer, she tries to fake innocence the way Stu did it. But like when Stu did it, it was like when he got stabbed and he was bleeding out and he was all like second guessing himself. She's now just straight up said, "I want to gut you bitches," and said, "Don't kill me. I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
I'm just kidding.
I'm kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. I'm peer pressured." They tried doing the whole entire thing from earlier. They tried doing the whole peer pressure, man, from the first movie.
The movies did it.
The movies did it to me.
And Reddit. I read too much shit on Reddit. I read it. I get it. I read it.
That's clever. I'm surprised the movie didn't mention that one. Surprised they didn't say I met her on Reddit when I read what she posted on Reddit.
Yeah.
I read it. I read what she posted on Reddit.
That's fun.
And they're like, oh, and then Gail could have been like,
That's why they call it
that's why they call it that. No. Instead what happens is
I thought it was the color.
Instead what happens is Gail says to Amber the killer, she says, "You killed my best friend." What the fuck? That would be like if someone killed you, my brother. I said, "You killed my podcast co-host." You were married to Dewey and entangled in a 20-year relationship with him. You said, "You killed my best friend." Was this to be a beautiful moment? Oh, he's your best friend?
I didn't know who you were talking about for a second.
Wow. Interesting. Your best friend.
Why didn't you say ex-husband?
How do you say anything? How about say something that feels rewarding instead of saying, "You killed my best friend"? Way to undersell that one. Way to make her think, wait, who?
You killed this town's last sheriff, you son of a bitch.
She's like, wait, oh, wait, you mean you're, whoa, what the fuck? And then Amber shoves her thumb into the bullet hole of Gail's body, which shocks her into remembering that she's supposed to be bleeding out. So she falls over. And then we get the 19th iteration of, "That's all you got, lady. 2 wrong feet, ugly fucking shoes," where we get past the torch. And then, "It's yours, bitch." I mean, it's an absolute phenomenal clairvoyant one-liner. Gail had no way of knowing Amber would fall back and hit the oven knob and turn that stove on, but she thankfully had the one-liner set up to say, "It's yours, bitch," as she goes into a ball of flames. And it's even better. Now that she's on fire, the Once Upon a Girl from Hollywood, we get get reminded of the great one-liner. Is this hand sanitizer in the bottle that broke in her face in her own house from the party she was throwing? She's not confused as hand sanitizer. So because of that, because she was covered in alcohol earlier, that's why she gets to burst out a ball of flames.
Oh, sick. It's like in the third one in that movie when the kitchen got burst in the
Exactly.
flame.
It's like retread familiar ground.
That's sick.
It was really cool. And except for this time, like I said, it was that whole clairvoyant thing. Because somehow Gail knew when she pushed her back, she would fall and awkwardly hit the oven knob that would ignite the flame that would set her ablaze. And then Sydney and Gail converse over who should fucking kill her. What?
Yeah.
And she says, "Nah, you should do it. No, this one's all yours. Fucking kill her!"
Together.
And then they do the 1-2 punch. It's pretty great. And then we come back to the main storyline. Sam's fighting Richie. What's going on? Thankfully,
cares?
Billy is back, and thank God there happens to be a mirror nearby, and thank God it happens in the line of sight in which Sam could look at it, and even more thank God he happens to be in an area in which he can casually gesture to whatever the fuck that knife is that's just under the fucking couch. Thank God for all of that. Thank God he didn't throw her into a room with no mirrors. Who would have pointed out where the knife was?
So did she see the reflection in the mirror then in reality, or did she look at it and she just like Tyler, whatever the Fight
Tyler
Club?
Durden?
Thank you. She just Tyler Durdened it, and
I
all
guess.
short because she thinks he showed her. What wackadoodle shit's going on?
It's something along the lines of never fuck with the daughter of a serial killer. As she's saying that, shoot her. Just shoot her.
Yeah. Also, you're not really the daughter. He didn't raise you.
That's true. You're the offspring.
I mean, I get you're his daughter, quote unquote, but
And
like,
still, how do we even know that?
yeah, exactly. You take a blood test.
And again, who was Billy fucking? The whole point of the first movie was that he wasn't getting any.
Yeah, otherwise he wouldn't have killed anyone.
And then we get to really, again, I said the whole retread familiar waters. Careful. They always come back. Bang, bang. Okay, then. Oh, shit. Burnt Barbie's also back from the dead. Bang, bang. She's also dead. And then we get... I still prefer the Babadook. You don't even know that's... she doesn't even know that's who she was talking to on the phone when she says that line.
I think it was just more for her. She's like, I did it. I got out of this.
And if it was her, she's dead. And if people behind you, they don't know what you're talking about, which makes you sound stupid.
No, I think she was saying that line for her own benefit. Like, yeah, I got through
No. She was saying it for the audience's benefit. Is that thing I called out earlier where she's just talking for the audience's sake? Because she doesn't know that's the killer who said that to her on the phone. That person is now dead. And the two people behind her don't know what she's talking about. She's saying for the audience's sake. That's the problem, man. And really, how the fuck is that other twin fucking alive? And really, where even was Mindy if she's also alive for those other 10 scenes? When Gail and Sydney were setting her friend on fire in the kitchen, was she laying on the floor?
She was doing that really cool Jamie Kennedy impression of him watching Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, it was really cool. I forgot when they redid that whole entire scene. The killer came up behind her, and it was
it's not as cool when the actor or actress's name is not. Yeah, it wasn't
as cool because it means that fucking he went down to the basement and then came back upstairs to go behind her, and then ran off again, and then changed and came back.
And that goes back to the whole thing. Like, you guys are really glorifying how your uncle died.
It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. It's so silly and so weird and so stupid.
Hey. We're at the end of this movie yet? Because I got something really important to say about the end of this movie.
We're almost there, but again, it's like, so both those characters, if both those characters are alive and they're so crucial to the story that they can't be killed off and they're that important, why not include them? Just one of them in the final bit. Don't have it where we think the brother gets killed 45 minutes ago.
The next movie's 4.
And then I'm assuming Mindy's dead, but no, Mindy's actually alive as well. Then where was she during the whole entire last 20 minutes?
She was chilling.
I guess we'll see if they're only saved to be the leaders of the next episode of the series, or it's just going to be so they can just be off immediately so they can fake having stakes from the previous movie returning characters. You know, I still can't... I know her name is Mindy. His name is Marvin. I have no idea what his name is. Martellus?
It's Randy.
It's definitely not Randy.
It's Martellus. It's definitely Martellus. We at the end yet?
I get kind of. I mean, I think it's messed up that we now that we know Mindy's twin brother is not dead. It makes the character Liv, who found his body bleeding out, more confusing. Because if he was alive, then why'd she leave him there bleeding out?
Maybe it wasn't actually his blood.
So what was she doing? She also the killer. She was the killer. At one point, there has to be 3 killers. I'm hoping at least in Scream 6 that one will be it.
No. There's actually no killers in Scream 6.
No,
actually, there's a cult around Ghostface in Scream 6. There's actually like 7 billion. They're in New York City in the 6th one. So it's actually the entire fucking city is the killer.
It's Jason Takes Manhattan all over again.
Ghostface Takes Manhattan.
So then Gail, Sid, and Sam are talking, and it's almost as piss poor as Gail's book about a sheriff who used to run this town sounds. Mm-hmm. She's like, no, I won't write about this killer. I'm gonna write about a sheriff who got forcibly removed from the force, and then died unheroically answering his phone, and was a fucking loser who couldn't please me sexually.
But he was...
and they're like,
But he was known for jerking off to the news footage of his wife every morning when she did the news anchoring.
And Gail Weathers doesn't know what the word anonymity means.
No, she does not.
And she never has. It's kind of been her whole entire character. Just like how the whole entire punchline was how Dewey in the last one or whatever was like off the record. And she's like, I know, but you know, what would you say about this? And he's like, Gail, off the record. And she's like, oh, yeah.
What do you mean on the record?
But now she's like, ooh, what if my book's... It's all about anonymity. It's a fiction piece, and I don't tell any stories. Like this is sudden character growth. And then they're like, "What if for Wes? What if we name a character after what if we kill that character off? We don't build around him."
And hey, it's for Wes.
This one's for Wes, man. This one's for Wes, man. For Wes, the guy we named a character after and didn't build a franchise around. We killed him off immediately.
It's for you, Wes.
This is by far the biggest piece of shit that I've ever seen.